Hello and welcome to the YouTube coverage of the 67th National Indoor Bowl singles final between Ashley Diamond of Hutt Valley and Paul Wright of Auckland.
That was a mouthful, Alex.
It was a bit of a mouthful, Travis. I should also probably at this point reintroduce Travis Campbell as my co-commentator. He has commentated in an earlier video the triple semi-final last year. And he doesn't play bowls, but he's backed by popular demand.
Yes, apparently I created some form of a fan base, and I thought I'd better not let you all down.
I think fan base is a big word.
That's true. Alex kind of just cornered me and is currently forcing me to do this, so send help.
Okay, so Paul has thrown the jack up. Remember what the jack is, Travis?
Yes, it's that little white ball.
It's the smaller white ball, and he's starting off on his back, and he's been playing amazing bowls today. It's not a bad starter, really.
I wouldn't know. I have no real experience yet.
A little bit narrow.
Okay.
Also in the background, for those that are interested, is the Masters event for over 60s. With a person playing another person. I think it's Martin and Andrew. Just keep an eye on it. Ashley Diamond leading off on his backhand there. Interesting, both of these players are New Zealand players, Travis.
Are they? That's actually quite interesting.
It is quite interesting.
It should be a match for the ages.
So they're showing their form and why they have made the New Zealand team. Ashley Diamond beat last year's defending champion Avon Compton in his semi-final.
Really?
And Paul Wright beat another New Zealand player, Grant Rayner, in his semi-final in what was quite a fascinating match. They've both been playing extremely good draw bowls today. Just watch that one go up on the backhand. And as you can see, there's plenty of mats out today. What am I saying today? We'll call it first person.
Okay.
There's plenty of mats out. The Tauranga Centre is hosting this, so it's at the Tech Arena next to Bay Park. Have you been there, Travis?
No, I have not.
Have you been to Bay Park?
I'm not entirely sure.
It's the Speedway.
Oh, then yes.
Yeah, that's where it is. And it's been an awesome floor to play on. Very consistent draw on both hands. Which probably doesn't mean anything to you.
Not really, no. Seems like everyone's favouring their
backhand
so far.
For those of you who don't know, the backhand is like, if you're right-handed, the backhand is to your left and the forehand is to your right, and for lefties it's the opposite.
I see.
It's just a term we use. I think Paul might be holding one. It's been just an enemy, they're just feeling out, finding the mat. Nothing crazy is going to happen. Probably. Smattering of applause there. Now you might not be able to tell from the video, but there is quite a large audience behind.
I'll take your word for it, Alex.
Actually, they will be able to tell from the video because I might splice this up. I don't know. Full on his backhand now, maybe looking to make 3 of it. He seems to have done. Yep, the clapping would indicate that was a good bowl.
If only we could see where the jack was, Alex.
I think it's there somewhere, behind the blue thing. Also a good exhibition for the new blue and orange bowls we've got from Hensel Light in Australia.
Are they brand new?
Well, they're newish.
I see.
Had them for a yearish.
That's still new.
That's new enough. Better than some of them. Apparently there's been a whole lot of bowls breaking, Travis.
Really?
Black and brown bowls from the 70s.
Is that from age or just some very furious playing? Oh!
That was a good effort. He was trying to split those blues off, and I think he got it slightly wide. So that'll be 2 to blue. It's a 12-end singles final. Good way to start.
Here comes the jack.
I should know who that umpire is. Marker. Yep, Paul's thrown the jack up because he scored. And it's Barry Chapman, current president of New Zealand Indoor Bowls, Travis. And the selector of the North Island team, or one of them. So Paul just sticking to the same side of the mat as he's already played, because he knows the green. Pretty good starter. And Ashley following him down. And that seems to be a pretty good bowl, to be fair.
He's got to be happy with that.
Ashley's already won a national singles title before. Is considered to be one of the informed bowlers, probably in the top. Well, he's in the top 7 because he's in the New Zealand team, but he's one of the top bowlers around. Arguably one of the better ones of all time.
So you'd say he's better than you?
Yeah, considerably, Travis. Thank you for bringing that up.
No problem.
Although interesting to note that I have been congratulated for winning national titles in the past, simply because I have glasses. So I thank Ashley for wearing those. It's been helpful. That was a good bowl. He was actually, I think he was probably looking for a little bit of the blue first.
Mm.
See how he moved his other orange further away than he would have liked.
That was a bit unfortunate.
But he has set himself up in a real good position. Paul probably has to just try draw that, get to the corner of the box, and then see what happens next. Paul hasn't won a national title yet. He's been in about 3 finals, I believe. He was in the Pairs final last year. That was a good effort. He's got them surrounded. It's surrounded. Actually, just having a quick look at the head. And I'd say he'd just be looking for like the corner of the box. Or slightly past that. Lovely delivery. Generally, he could draw a back catcher.
Oh, that's a good result.
You can see why he's amazing.
Yes, he is considerably better than you.
All that has done is it's taken away the kill with weight for Paul.
Right.
So Paul, yes, his name is Paul Wright. Sorry. Did you know that? Paul Wright.
So what was your point, Alex?
He's probably going to play on the forehand, I think. Kind of through the inside half of that blue with a bit of weight, because I don't think it's going to kill now.
Let's see if you're right.
Oh, he is. That was amazing.
That was if only that was the end.
That was amazing.
There's still one more bowl to come.
That was amazing, Travis. Beautiful shot. So he's cut it down from 2. Probably, to be honest, Ashley's probably going to draw that. Really, you give him a foot or less, and he's going to draw it. But it was a great bowl regardless. It's probably a bit unlucky that his bowl get Yeah, good shot. Yeah. Classy under pressure.
Came back from that.
So that'd be 2-1 to Paul after 2 ends. Classy. So I think... I wonder how many tries Ashley has. He's won the 4s, Travis.
Yep.
And he's won the pairs. And he's won the singles.
So a few.
So I think he has 3. I don't know. 4s in 2007. That was a loose bowl to start off with on the backhand, actually. You see, this is the first time that Paul will be leading off on the forehand going this way.
Interesting.
It doesn't look too bad, to be fair. What a great start.
Got to be happy with that.
Actually, looks like he's going to stay on his backhand. Maybe looking underneath to replace the blue, Travis.
I see.
I believe there might be a bit of jack movement. There was a bit of jack movement, but that's a good bowl. And so Paul's just going to look to draw that. There's a flaw that suits draw play, Travis.
I see.
I found if you try to play some weighted shots, they tend to go a little bit not where you're meant to be putting them, but it rewards consistent draw play like that. That was beautiful.
That was quite good.
Is it going to sit down? No, so he might see a reverse of the shot that Ashley played, but on his forehand this time.
Okay.
Ashley played singles for New Zealand in the last international test held in Taro last year, and Paul skipped the mixed 4s and the mixed pairs. That's a good start. So he's setting himself up for his next bowl there.
Okay.
Paul will probably be following him down on the forehand, I think. Do you know which way that is, Travis?
That's his right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning things.
Now, how's his weight? His weight might have been okay, actually. It might have been the green there. Paul does have last bowl, and I imagine he's probably going to need to use it. I think Ashley will be playing one of the hands.
Well, it has to be one of them.
What way would you go? To the left is your backhand, to the right is your forehand.
Currently working out what I think would happen. I would go on my forehand? No? Well, there's a reason I don't play.
Obviously, you do exactly what Ashley's about to. Which
Yes.
is on his backhand.
That is exactly what I would do.
With lovely weight. And he's either going through the blue or lifting the orange up.
So what do you think Paul's going to do now, Alex?
Well, it depends if he has the shot or not. If he's one down, he might look to move the jack back to the back blue, maybe. Or maybe try creep around on the backhand and punch it up.
I see.
has the shot. I don't think we're going to see him play anything here. I attempted to get someone to do a commentary of this game live, Travis, but it devolved. It's James Sullivan and Simon Poppleton had a phone, and I think they lasted about 7 minutes before something terrible was said, and that was the end of that.
Well, that is a thing that will end this if I want it.
He's playing with Wright.
Oh.
I don't know what happened there.
I think...
I don't know what happened.
I think Ashley's got it. Am I wrong?
One orange. So that would make it 3-2 to Paul after 3 ends. I think.
So who are you currently favouring, Alex?
It's actually tough to pick. Probably, if you were a betting person, Ashley Dolan was the favourite to win this, or one of the favourites to win this beforehand, having already won the singles and representing New Zealand in the singles. It was a good bowl, by the way, to start off with.
Of course.
Paul Wright is an extremely capable singles player. He won the Henselite singles, which is the other premier singles event, a few years ago, and he's been playing at a top level for a long time, as well as toppling a lot of good bowlers today. So I really don't know. Am I allowed to have that position?
Well, I don't think forcing you is going to make up your mind.
Awesome.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, it was a good second bowl there by Ashley. A little bit narrower than he would have liked. I think we're going to see Paul moving the jack about a foot now. He's uncanny how he stares up. I find it slightly... creepy's not the right word, but it's distracting. That was a good bowl, but unlucky. Had he been a little bit wider, he would have sat down there, Travis.
I see.
Ashley just be looking to rest on that blue. Or play the blue off. Yes. It's the difference, isn't it, when you've got confidence to play that sort of shot? Why cover a bowl when you can just remove it?
Exactly.
Good ball in the Masters game. Not that we're focusing on that today.
No, of course not.
Paul just went just past. He's got second and third shot though, so I wouldn't be upset. And Ashley will be looking, I guess, to draw a front toucher. Set the jack up to move if Paul plays with anything. Yep, that's pretty good there. I don't know what Paul's going to do here, Travis. I think his options are still on the backhand drawing. But if he's got the confidence, he could play a couple of rolls on the forehand to move that blue ball in.
Let's see if you're right.
I wonder, I think the orange looks a bit like it's either grapefruit or cat vomit. Would you agree?
Thanks for that image, Alex.
I'm not sold on the oranges, Travis. Sorry for going on that little tangent. Looks like he's on the forehand with a little bit of weight. Yes, this is close. That was a very unfortunate result.
Very unfortunate, and I've decided that they look like persimmons.
They do look like persimmons. And what are the blue ones? They're not blueberries. Smurfs.
Giant rolled up Smurfs.
Well, so you got Smurfs and persimmons.
Yep.
What more could you want? Now I'm getting the score from my commentary that I put live on Facebook. And I don't seem to have put the score live on Facebook. So what did I say it was? I think it's 4-3 to Ashley after 4 ends.
And you just missed a very good bowl, Alex.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
It's disappointing.
It's good that one of us is paying attention.
I'm paying attention. I'm here. Ah, beautiful. Look at that.
Well, that was a very good interception.
That's this game played at its best, isn't it, really? Not that you would know.
I have no frame of reference.
But it is, I swear. That was a great bowl. Is Ashley going to draw it off again? Oh, that's ridiculous.
Oh, the persimmon knocked the Smurf away.
So Paul's playing on his backhand, be looking for the spot. It makes it so consistent with the draw. And then he'd be looking to draw the jack hole, obviously.
There's that crowd you were talking about.
Yeah, it is. It was a big crowd watching. And they're treated to a fine display of how bowls is meant to be played. Almost a reminder to some of us. I don't know what Ashley's going to do here, to be honest. Play with weight into something. It'll be impressive, I'm sure. Maybe on the forehand through that orange.
Only time will
So
tell.
they'll kind of split away and he might... No, he's on the backhand. Maybe to crunch something. Or to draw really close. That would do the trick. Look how tight that head is. I mean, how tight, tight.
Yes, I get it, Alex.
I guess you would have got it from the other stuff. So, I'm not really sure where the jack is, which would affect, obviously, Paul's bowl, so we'll just have to wait and see. It's pretty inconsiderate of them to draw so close, actually.
How dare they be playing such a good game?
Oh, that's magnificent.
I can
He
only
just moved the jack.
Did he?
He just moved the jack on his backhand.
Well, congratulations, Paul.
That's magnificent. Look at this. Oh, that's ridiculous. He's holding 3. Ashley's going to have a little nibble at this, I feel. Although, what sort of nibble, I don't know. I think Paul's going to get... I'm going to go out and say I think Paul's going to score a 2 on this end. Minimum. Minimum of 2. Ashley's using the box, so he wants his bowl to swing late.
There was a lot of force behind that.
And there was. And that's probably the best result he could have got, really. Oh, that's just amazing.
What do you think Paul's going to do here, Alex?
He's going to draw a 3rd shot. Probably on the backhand. Or on the forehand, like I thought. I think he's probably worried that the jack was going to move out towards that orange if he wasn't careful.
I see.
But that was just he built that head absolutely beautifully. That's one of the best ends I've seen of singles, Travis. Go on, make it 3. Oh, that was a great effort. It was only half a bowl away, and to get 2 out of that, as I predicted.
You're right.
Pretty
But didn't you
impressive.
say minimum of...
Yeah, minimum of 2.
Okay.
And he got 2, so that's good. The score is now 5-4 to Ashley Diamond. After ends have been played. 4 ends perhaps? How many do you think, Travis?
A certain amount.
They started off down our end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe they've played 5 ends.
That sounds about right.
I think we're nearly halfway and there's another front toucher. It's ridiculous. The thing that's good about this game in comparison to the other ones, Travis, I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's other forms of this sport played in other countries.
There is?
I know it's hard to believe, but Australia has slightly longer and thicker mats.
Yep.
And England, which we just sent a group over to, including Avon Compton, who's featured in the semi-final, has carpet bowls, or they call it carpet bowls, on mats that are a similar length, I think slightly longer, but much thicker. And they put a block in the middle.
Why do they put a block, Alex?
Because it used to be played in village halls with a large amount of windows. And obviously, with a lot of windows, there comes the chance to break them. So I believe that was put in place a few years ago. Which is a shame, really. But I guess it means that if they want to play run shot, they have to use the block. Meanwhile, there's some good bowls going on. I think Ashley's holding 1. But I can see a future in which we come up with a composite game to play the Poms in this sport. I think that'd be awesome. Apparently our guys went pretty well and they had no practice and they played on their mats. So if we could play on the international mats maybe against them, I see that being really cool. And they also think they're pretty good at it. He's going to play with weight on his backhand, Travis. Inside out off the blue. Off the blue. Beautiful. In my defence, he did use the blue.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you that.
Ashley will be playing on his backhand, maybe a foot of weight or less onto the blue. Probably less, probably more of a draw. Looks like he likes that. Not much, doesn't like it much. Ooh, that was impressive. Am I allowed to clap?
No.
It was a good shot. It's an interesting predicament here, isn't it?
What do you think his options are?
I'm not sure if the jack's moving or not, but if I was Paul, who I'm not because I didn't qualify or go anywhere in the singles, I'd be looking on the backhand, kind of. I think Ashley's bowl is locked onto the back one, so it'll be squeezing. So he can afford to play that with a little bit of weight, like to the middle of the box sort of weight. If he gets it square, it's good. If he gets it slightly wide, the jack is moving towards his blue bowls. I
see.
So I think that's where his chances are. It's what he's trying to do. And that is extremely close. Great bowl. I don't know if he's holding one or not, but
can't quite see the outcome.
I think had he been, I don't know, 12 cigarette papers wider than he was, we would have seen the jack move a little further.
Is that a regular unit of measurement?
I use it. So yes. I believe in the cigarette papers. In this game, you get a lot of real tight heads with what looks like a couple of bowls touching.
Yep.
And often an umpire is called and they use a feeler gauge, which is like a whole lot of wafer-thin sheets of metal.
Right.
I don't like those. I think they're stupid. It's too easy for an umpire to move the jack or the bowl. They're small things. If you use a cigarette paper, it works so well. So I use cigarette papers. He's coming in off the blue. That's real close. Shit. I mean, shivers.
Language, Alex.
I'm sorry. It's a family show. That was a great effort. And I think Paul has won. Yep, Paul's got one.
So what's the score now, Alex?
The score is now 5-all at the halfway mark. Which is pretty impressive, really. It's been a very tight, low-scoring game, as befitting a national singles final. In the background you've got two executive members, Travis. Not that you care.
I don't even know who you're referencing to. I see lots of people in the
I see in
background.
the back left.
Those two people just standing there?
Looking official.
I see.
So one of them's got sore feet. They are on the New Zealand executive. Helped run the tournament. When you've got 1,000 bowlers, it's a tough job.
Good bowl by Ashley.
And they did a great job, along with all of the Towering Association and their helpers, in getting this competition running smoothly. No complaints. Well, the food was overpriced, but that wasn't their fault. You know, it cost me $8.50 for a sandwich.
Is this really the time and place, Alex?
$8.50 for a sandwich.
Was it at least a good
sandwich?
sandwich?
So I thought to myself, I'll get a drink. And that was $4.50.
For a drink?
For a drink. I'm looking at $13 for a sandwich and a drink. It's ridiculous. But that wasn't the bowler's fault. It was the council's fault. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that. I think I am. Council. What's happened? I haven't been concentrating.
Back to the game. The jack is currently hidden from view.
I think it's behind the middle blue.
I see.
And Paul will be looking to rest the orange. Which he did. Ah, great shot. Such tight heads, Travis. Almost every bowler's effective. It's ridiculous.
I've noticed. No wasted shots here.
Oh, that's exactly it. And I think that's a sign of two bowlers at the top of their game. Every bowl they play is in the area and it's getting a result. Ashley on his forehand. Playing with a bit of weight. Amazing.
Looks like
Amazing.
It's close to the orange.
So he's left himself in a position where Paul has one bowl left and little to no position on the head. What's he going to do?
Be interesting to see what's about to happen.
It will be. I don't know if the bowler's missing the jack. If he plays his blue, I think it might be. I think Paul's going to go for a dead draw here. And he's played 3 good bowls before this, and actually just played a great bowl to manoeuvre. That's close. Oh, it's going to hold wide.
Unfortunate.
It was unfortunate. It was unfortunate. was probably his best option. That was a situation manufactured by Ashley, really, with a great third bowl. Ashley's going to draw 3 shots here, I reckon. So he's using the box a little bit?
Yep.
No, you don't, hey?
I saw that he was using the box.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. It's something that's underutilised. Close one. Awesome. 3 points. That makes Ashley 3 up after 7 ends. 8 points to 5. There's 5 ends to go. Paul will be looking to score a point here and stop the rot. Well, there's no rot yet, but he doesn't want any rot to develop, if you know what I mean. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, a good way to avoid that is by weather guarding things.
I don't know if that'd work on a mat, Trevor. Leading off on his forehand. They actually seem to be favouring that hand for some reason.
Perhaps it's the mat.
That could be the mat. Maybe it's because that's where they started off on, was the forehand. They played first 4 bowls each on that side of the mat. Paul looking to match that. Nope, someone's got a cough. Our Nationals flew.
Oh, that was good.
That was a great shot. Every Nationals people get sick, Travis. 1,000 people in a room. Not healthy. And then I had to eat my $8.50 sandwich.
Well, you dropped the sandwich.
I didn't, well, I felt like it. In shock. Good result there from Ashley. He would have wanted his bowl to follow through, but he'll be happy with that. And Paul's just got a little bit of room to fit in. $8.50. And that was the cheapest sandwich. Ugh. Lift it up. Oh, 2 rolls. I thought it was only going to go 1 then. That was surprising. It's a sprung floor too, so you had some bowls falling over during the week. You like walk past it, the floorboard might move a little bit.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It was unfortunate, but it doesn't seem. I don't think it affected any of the semis and finals, so that's good.
It affected you, didn't it?
Maybe. You know what was good from the cafeteria?
What?
The ice creams. It's amazing how many people in the audience had ice creams. Playing with way through the split. Oh, great effort there. Now, see, Paul's in a little bit of trouble if he doesn't get a ball on the head because Ashley has potentially the first, third and fourth shot.
Right.
Got them surrounded. I don't think Paul's going to let that stand though. It's on his back. Oh, he doesn't like it. That's pretty much the first bowl Paul's missed. How impressive is that? Ashley has a choice. He's either playing through the blue or drawing to the jack. Drawing off the blue onto the jack.
Can't really guess his game, can you, Alex? You may look alike, but you don't think alike.
He's too good, Travis. Paul's looking at that centre orange. He'll be looking to see if it's peeling off his back blue or not. If it isn't, I think he's probably going to give it a smack. If it is, he's going to go for the orange on the furthest to our left.
I see.
And lift it 2 rolls to move the jack to that blue. Alternatively, he could draw on the backhand and sit down off the blue for 1.
So really you're saying he could do a lot?
He has chances. Lots of chances. I don't know which one he's going to choose. One of the forehand ones. Oh, it's unnerving how look at him. He looks up. Not many indoor bowlers do that. Maybe it's to creep the opposition out.
That could be it.
That's close!
Oh.
Wow. That was a great effort. That should have moved the jack, I thought. I think he dropped 2 shots there. So that would make the difference 5, wouldn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Pretty sure the difference is 5. And he must be 5 ends, 4 ends to go. Because they've played 8. They've played 8. Really confident for a commentator. Ashley leading off on his backhand and narrow. Well, I guess it's not a bad first bowl, to be fair. I also have it on good authority that some of the English carpet bowling people watch these, Travis, so you should say hello to them.
Hello, English carpet bowling people.
Wow.
I don't know them by name.
Could you be less enthusiastic?
Hi, people from across the pond, how are you?
Thank you. Now say something about our game.
It's playing.
No, I mean the Cool, so Paul's in the meantime drawn a front toucher, and Ashley on his backhand is putting a position ball in for his third and fourth, which Paul will be looking to match, I would imagine. They've had a long day. They've played 7 games or 6 games to get to this point.
How many hours is that, Alex?
Quite a few. We'll go for 6 hours.
That is a long time.
It is a long time. On top of the 4 games they would have played the day before.
Oh, that looks nice.
That was a great shot. It's whether the jack is clearing the blue or not that's going to make the difference here. Ashley has to move it with his third bowl. Earlier on, although you didn't see in this particular video, a Region Rose Motion wandered in to have a look. They're both in their 90s now, but they were great exponents of the game in the 60s, and he wrote a book, Travis, that I read.
Interesting.
And he always said in the singles that the third bowl is the one you need to change the head with. And obviously that philosophy has kept around for the next 50 years or so. Although he had good weight to change it. He was a little bit narrow there. I don't know what Paul's going to do. I think he's going to try to draw one close on the forehand. He's having a pretty good head building up, to be fair. I was going on before about the way Paul plays a bowl. Did you hear me?
Yes.
Most indoor bowlers are what an outdoor bowler would call a blind bowler. And that we look down when we release the bowl.
Is there a particular reason?
I'm not sure why, but you find your line and then you keep your head down. Like in golf, you're meant to keep your head down. Keep your head down in indoor until you let the ball go. And that's the vast majority. And up in Auckland, there's quite a few of these crazy people who look up at the head and just stare at it and then let the ball go. Colin Taylor was one, he won a couple of national titles, and Paul is the other. And they're really good bowlers, so maybe there's something to it, I don't know.
I think the reason is, Alex, you're never supposed to take your eye off the bowl.
Ashley, that's interesting. Oh, funny, Travis, ha ha ha.
Thank you. Appreciate my humour.
I was busy watching the bowl. Paul is going to get a 3 off Ashley just by dead drawing here. And that's a very rare thing to do. It's a show of the calibre of the bowls. Come on. That's just beautiful.
Good result.
Three touches. 3 touches for 3 points.
So what's the score now, Alex?
Very good question. Give me a second. Say something.
So, if anything, Paul should just be down by 2, right?
The score is now 10-8 to Ashley after 9 ends.
So he started a good comeback.
Yes, he has.
Let's see if he can turn the game around.
Just like in darts, Travis, and I know I've said this before, but just like in darts, the trick to winning a game of bowls is to break the throw of the opposition. Are you okay?
But to do that, you would probably have to break their wrist, and
No,
that's just not
that
that is not good bowls etiquette.
You need to break the throw of the opposition by scoring when they have last bowl.
I see.
There's a front toucher to start off with. It's like this. The analogy is Paul's just thrown a 180 and getting a 3, and he's just gone the triple 20 bead with his front toucher.
I see.
Do you understand?
Relevant.
It's a
Very little.
Very loud truck outside.
Very inconsiderate. Do they not know we're commentating bowls here?
Meant to be quiet and respectful. Paul going on his backhand. That's just beautiful.
Yeah, that's a good result
That's just classy draw bowls there. Not sure if I should be looking to dead draw or play with a little bit of weight here. Looking to dead draw it. Well, a little bit of weight. I was right the second time. Great shot. So he's just reset the head there.
I see.
And Paul, I think on his forehand he should be. Great English there, Alex. And then he looks up. I could not do that. It's amazing. And it's close. It's real close.
Oh.
What a great shot.
That was a good result.
Ashley just needs to get one close that he can work off now, I think. He'll be looking probably to draw behind it. Or draw a toucher. Yeah. That's a good bowl. So Ashley can... I'm actually not sure if Ashley can use that orange. Paul has a decision to make now. He wouldn't... It's tough to get a second shot there, really. He's been playing his forehand so well, I think he'll probably stick to it, but he'll be looking to miss the head and draw behind, so that if the jack moves, it goes to his blue.
I see.
These people outside are starting to irritate me. Not that it matters. So he's on his forehand. Yeah, he'll be looking to draw past here. Come on.
Come on.
That's unfortunate.
So
he was
close.
looking to draw past, and that was a great effort. Unfortunately, I think Ashley's going to pummel that orange on the backhand, Travis.
Is he? Well, we'll soon find out.
I think he is. And I'm worried.
That is a good result.
Did he? I wasn't watching, I wasn't paying much attention, I was distracted.
I'm pretty sure he got some points there. How many? You'll find out when you look at your notes.
Thank you for your help.
No problem. I'm here to talk, not pay attention.
Apparently, Ashley is now 4 up after 10 ends. So there are 2 ends to go, and it is 4 points the difference. If he scores 1 on this end, he's won his second national singles championship. What's the feeling of the game that you've had so far, Travis?
Well, it's definitely been a very intense game. Like you've said, these two individuals are very good, and every bowl is played with the express purpose of doing something.
Mm-hmm. And usually it's achieved its goal.
Yeah. Very rarely has it seemed to miss its mark.
Very good exponents of the sport. Interesting. I think Paul's going to be playing a little bit through this. Maybe a foot on just to move the jack, and he's on his forehand. He's done that because there's 2 chances. If he's wide, he's moving his blue into the head.
I see.
I think. Maybe he just wants to play the forehand. I don't know. They looked nice when he let it go, to be honest. Square. Yep, good shot. Ashley's going to be following that down. Probably.
We'll soon find out.
Or he could be going inside out on the backhand. I don't think I've got one call right yet. Oh, inside out on the backhand he is. That's class. Well, that was a smart shot. Yeah, good bowl. He had 2 chances there.
What do you think Paul's going to do?
Oh, it's an interesting question.
Thank you.
He has 2 options as I see it. He can play with a little bit of weight, like middle of the box weight on the forehand to go clean through that orange, that shot orange.
Yep.
But I suspect the shot orange is behind the jack. So I think he might try go inside out off the shot orange on the backhand. I'm not sure. Obviously what I said the first time, forehand through the shot orange. To pick up the jack. That was a good bowl. The crowd, I mean, it was a disappointing result, but it was a good bowl. Because he's set himself up with a chance for a couple as long as Ashley doesn't nail this.
The one thing I love about this being played in front of a crowd, it tells me what my opinion's meant to be of the bowl. If they clap, it was a good one. If they go, oh, then it was clearly a bad one. And that helps for someone who knows nothing about the sport.
I've always hoped that one day we could have a pantomime crowd at a bowls competition.
That would be entertaining.
Can you imagine? It would just be so funny. I mean, good. It would be good. I also want to go watch a Deaf Nationals.
What do you think Paul's going to do here?
He's going to get a 2 by playing through the orange. I hope. I think. Relatively confident. They looked beautiful when they let it go. Good shot.
See, that clearly tells me that it was good.
The clapping? Is
Yes.
that what gave it away?
Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic to know. Okay, so it's now 2 the difference on the last end of the national singles final. The 67th... You know, I went this whole commentary without making a mistake.
Really?
And I got to the 12th end for me not being able to say 67th. Somewhat disappointing.
What do you think the outcome is going to be?
I don't see Ashley. Paul will be going for an extra end. If he gets 2 points, he gets an extra end.
Right.
Ashley's pretty determined, and he's pretty amazing. Although Paul is playing amazing too.
So who would you favour right now? The Persimmons or the Smurfs?
I don't want to call a winner. Who would you favour, Travis?
I would favour Ashley.
Yeah, of course.
Because he's got all those titles under his belt. Unless I'm mistaken, he's leading by 2.
Yeah, he's leading by 2.
I feel like he will be the winner.
I think the difference in the game so far was about the 6th or 7th end when Paul dropped the 3.
Yes.
7th end. It was 5-all or 6-all after 6. And Paul played a good end with his first 3 bowls. A very good end. And Ashley played an amazing bowl with his 3rd to shift the jack. And Paul was literally maybe a centimetre away.
Oh.
And that is classy. Paul had given himself a chance there.
What do you think he's going to do?
He doesn't have last bowl, so he wants to keep the head tightish. I think he's going to play 3 bowls of Wright onto the front blue, Travis, in the hope that he can just shift that orange a little bit and then do something with his last bowl.
I see.
If he's slightly wide, he'll be landing on that back orange, which is fine. And it has been just a great game to watch. Very impressive play. Wow.
That was very good.
That's magnificent. Ash should be into that though, unfortunately. He's done the best he can.
Yeah.
You know, it's the best bowl he could have played. You can't do anything more than that. In this situation, you just have to do that and then hope that your opposition feels the pressure. And pressure can affect anybody. He'll be on his forehand with weight. He won't be looking to miss. Yeah. That's fine. He had only It was a good little last sit down bit there. God, we actually almost had a bit of a pantomime then, didn't we?
A little bit.
If the jack is not touching the orange, Paul will be a lot of weight. How much of he can actually afford to play a lot of weight?
What if it is touching though?
If it's touching, he's buggered.
Okay.
If it's not touching, I think you can get a finest edge of that orange. And that'll put him onto the blue to clear the back orange out, and he should sit with 2. But it'll leave a lot of room for Ashley to draw. And you have to have a go. If Paul had last bowl, this would be a much nicer head to look at. And I think that's his only shot. Thank you for commentating anyway, Travis, as we near the end of this. I'm sure you've done a stellar job.
I'd like to think so, but I think everything I do is fantastic.
And I apologise if any of the other videos take a while to put up. They shouldn't. But I said that last time, and it took me a while.
If there's one thing I know about you, Alex, is that you are untrustworthy.
I'm also going to be doing another greatest hits video. So if you see any that you want to put in, just put something on the
let's
Facebook
pay attention.
group. Oh, he's playing for the edge of the orange.
Ooh.
That's all he could have done, and that was amazing. That's all he could have done. That would have been a game-winning shot had he had last bowl, or a game-drawing shot. Ashley's going to draw on the forehand here, and I on the backhand here, like I said.
You can't get one call right, can you?
See, even the last bowl of the game. I watched it.
Yeah, and you can't even remember.
Well, there ends the National Singles Final for the 67th National Indoor Bowl Singles. Ashley Diamond has been crowned the champion for the 2nd time in an enthralling match between himself and Paul Wright. Thank you for joining me.